Hello, beta. Good evening, everyone. Beta, in today's class, I will discuss all the must-do Indian economy topics that you should not leave. This is the topic that you have to do for sure, and you should not be missing on these topics. The first one is LPG policies. Beta, LPG से related, you should be aware about everything. Everything माने you should know why LPG came, क्यों LPG को इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया. You should be aware about who was the prime minister, who was the finance minister during that period. You should be aware about all the all the outcomes after LPG. मतलब कितने से फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ी, कितना प्राइवेटाइज सेक्टर कितने पब्लिक सेक्टर प्राइवेटाइज हो गए, what happened to license Raj. So you must be aware about the outcomes of the LPG policy also. And then beta, you should be aware about terms like Maharatnas, Navratnas. This is just some names of the public sector organization, Maharatna and Navratna, वो भी जानना जरूरी है. Then within LPG, you should also be aware about what led to LPG. हाँ, इसमें ये भी जान लेना कि India had reserves for only how many days and कितना foreign reserve India के पास बचा था. So that's the first important topic that can be asked in exam. But the second important topic that can be asked in exam is monetary policy committees. Monetary policy committees. तो इसमें क्या क्या आ सकता है? What is Rangaraj committee? Sorry. What is Rangarajan committee? हाँ, और फिर उसमें क्या रंगाराजन कमेटी में एग्जैक्टली क्या क्या हुआ. And then you should be aware about other monetary policy committees also. हाँ, so जितनी भी उर्जित पटेल मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी कमेटी, कौन सी मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी कमेटी है which asked you to introduce UPI system, payment banks, हाँ, payment gateways जो आए हैं वो किस कमेटी के अंडर आए हैं. So you have to be aware about all kind of monetary policy committees. Third, then beta, you must be aware about the difference between 14th and 15th Finance Commission and which Finance Commission gave weightage to what. ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है. This is available on the YouTube video also, YouTube video section, कि what is the difference between the 14th and 15th Finance Commission and कौन से Finance Commission ने क्या बोला. You must be aware about that. Which Finance Commission gives weightage to population of 1971? किसने 1971 के population को weightage दिया? How much weightage is given to forest? How much weightage is given to ecosystem? ये सब जानना, it is important. Then beta, the fourth thing that you will be all aware of is called as the concept of drain of wealth. किसने drain of wealth के concept को coin किया? Who coined the term drain of wealth? And इसी के अंदर you must be aware about who gave the concept of national income, who first calculated national income. सबसे पहले इंडिया में किसने national income को calculate किया? Who first calculated the scientific form of national income? Right, बेटा? तो ये जानना आपको बहुत ही जरूरी है. Then the next topic which all of you will make yourself aware about is the different kind of land relation. तो जमींदारी system. हाँ, we have done this in class. हाँ, रियोतवारी system में क्या हुआ था and other systems what happened. So you have to be very aware about the जमींदारी system कि जमींदारी system में क्या क्या तरीके थे and who gave which जमींदारी system and then in which period and which area that zamindari system was introduced. Then beta, point number 6, क्योंकि ये हमारे इंडियन इको के सिलेबस में है, I usually consider it differently, is public goods. Public goods के related you should be aware about everything. You must be aware about what are the concept of public versus private good. You must be aware about the properties, कि what is rivalrousness, what is excludability, हाँ, what are club goods? What is common good? What is tragedy of common? Right, beta? सब कुछ public goods से related, you have to be aware about that. Seventh, all of you will be aware about the concepts of externalities, beta. Externalities में भी लिख लो. You must be aware about positive and negative externality. Positive versus negative externality. And you have to be aware about the Coase theorem and Pigovian tax and subsidy. Minimum. Itna karna hi karna hai. You have to be aware about this. Then you will be aware about, bache, the system in India about the taxes. मतलब state government कौन से taxes state government के अंदर आते हैं, कौन से taxes, which taxes come under the central government. This is something you have to be aware about. ठीक है? And at the same time, you must be aware about some concepts of budget. जैसे for example, अगर मैं आपसे आज पूछूं बेटा that what is लखपति दीदी और what is ड्रोन दीदी, तो आपको इस कॉन्सेप्ट के बारे में क्लियर होना चाहिए. व्हाट इज लखपति दीदी, व्हाट इज ड्रोन दीदी, है ना? तो एनीथिंग फ्रॉम द बजट कैन बी आस्क्ड टू यू. हाँ, व्हाट इज नल से जल, क्या है ये पॉलिसी नल से जल, ऐसे कुछ भी. हाँ, सो आई कैन नेम एनी पॉलिसी एंड यू हैव टू बी अवेयर कि वो पॉलिसी किस बारे में है, व्हाट इट स्पीक्स अबाउट. देन नाइन्थ, बेटा रेलवेज में we have done all of this ki when the first railway was introduced, what was the role of railways, huh? And first passenger train kaun si thi, so you must be aware about all those concepts also. And beta most important is taxation. Taxation में clearly आपको difference पता होना चाहिए between what is incidence of tax and burden of tax, what is deadweight loss. हाँ, एंड बेटा इसी पे यू शुड बी अवेयर हाउ टू कैलकुलेट डेड वेट लॉस, कैसे निकालना है टैक्स में डेड वेट लॉस, राइट? व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ टैक्सेस, जैसे प्रोग्रेसिव वर्सेस प्रोपोर्शनल वर्सेस रिग्रेसिव, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ टैक्स. हाँ, एंड व्हाट आर द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ एन ऑप्टिमल टैक्स, एक ऑप्टिमल टैक्स की क्या प्रॉपर्टीज होती हैं. बेटा इसमें you should be aware about the formula also कि how to calculate incidence of tax as a ratio of the elasticities. ये formula we have done this in the question bank also, you must in mock test also this is there. आपको ये अच्छे से जानना जरूरी है, this is important. हाँ, so these are some of the important topics that I can think of. And बेटा although मैं इसको international में include करती, but according to our syllabus it's in Indian eco, तो international economics में you should be aware about different theories. जैसे for example, if I ask you under which theory comes the product life cycle, तो आपको पता होना चाहिए that this is a concept of new trade theory. If I ask you, okay, factor endowment, under what does this come? Or if I ask you what is Stoffer-Samuelson theorem, or I ask you, okay, what is Hegscher-Rollin theory, right? तो ये concepts, you have to be aware about these concepts. इसके अलावा some data points you must remember. Fiscal deficit of the last 2 years, last 2-3 years, you must be aware about that. The GDP growth rate, inflation rate, right? Different sectors contribution, agriculture, industry and service, and the primary deficit, right beta? And effective revenue deficit, iska definition, what is effective revenue deficit, right? So you must be aware about these concepts also. ठीक है बच्चे, so these are the important topics and none of you should be leaving out on these topics. There is a high chance that there can be questions out of these topics in your exam. ठीक है बेटा? Okay, thank you.